hope some of you got to watch the playoffs of the World Cup for the women, and I watch it faithfully every 4 years. Usually it's the men who are getting all the attention, but this team has gotten much larger audiences than the men, and they've raised more money, and they're even asking for equal pay for the men. So it goes back to Title IX, which is a federal civil rights law signed by President Nixon in 1972. It protects against gender discrimination in any educational program that receives federal funding. And this program has far exceeded the expectations of the bill's supporters in 1972. It has opened up the whole world of team sports to girls and young women at the high school and college level. And now, 47 years later, we can see a proliferation of strong program for women's athletics in all of our schools. One delightful symbol of the impact of the expectations raised by Title IX is the victory of the United States national women's team this past weekend. U.S. women are taking home their 4th World Cup championship, the 2nd in a row. Right after receiving the championship trophy, I thought I heard them saying USA, USA, but they were really chanting equal pay, equal pay. Because U.S. women now play in most sports on the international level, they have an edge in competition with many other countries who have nothing like our Title IX. Expectations are powerful drivers, not just in sports, but certainly in our relationship with God and each other. Expectations play a major role in the raising of Jairus' daughter and in the healing of the woman with the 12-year-long flow of blood. Jairus says, "My daughter has just died, but come and lay your hand on her and she will live." He expects it. Jesus goes to Jairus' house, disperses flute and crowd, and he says, "The girl is not dead, but sleeping." He takes the little girl by the hand and she rises. And the woman coming up behind him in the crowd says to herself, "If only I can touch the hem of his garment, I shall be cured." Jesus turns around and sees her and says, "Courage, daughter, your faith has cured you." It appears that God's generosity is shaped according to the capacity of human faith. It appears that God's generosity is shaped according to the capacity of human faith, which is really important. These healings remind me of an incident in young Patrick Payton's life when he was dying. At the lowest point in his life, his friend, Father Cornelius Haggerty, came into his hospital room and said, "Mary is alive. She will be as good to you as you believe her to be. Pray to God that you will be healed through Mary's intercession, and if it's God's will." His family of Holy Cross and his Payton family joined him in praying, and he fully expected to be healed, and he was. So, I ask you, is there any power in heaven or on earth greater than the power of family prayer, especially the rosary? I leave it to you to decide.